Colombia, like most third world countries, is a shocking contrast between development and poverty. Two societies live together, overlapping in daily life. Colombia has an extension of 1,150,000 square kilometers, comparatively 2 times the size of France and 3 times the size of Germany. The Cordillera of the Andes, with its 3 parallel ranges, separates the flat eastern plains from the Pacific coast, forming 5 natural regions that present their own unique characteristics. The Andean region, formed by huge mountains, is plenty of fertile high plateaus and rich beautiful valleys. Most of the Colombian population lives here. The Caribbean region is a fertile plain with agriculture, mining, and cattle raising activities. Its main cities and beautiful beaches are important touristic destinations. The Pacific region is a coastal, superhumid jungle, plenty of natural resources and biodiversity. It is inhabited by small clusters of indigenous and black communities. The Eastern Plains, or Llanos region, is a wide savanna full of natural resources, but affected by changes between dry and rainy season. It's almost inhabited. Finally, the Amazon region, which is part of the huge Amazon jungle that we share with other neighboring countries. It's the biggest oxygen and bioreserve of the planet. It is inhabited by small indigenous communities. Colombia has large reserves of fresh water. It is the 4th country in the world by the magnitude of total fresh water supply. Due to the diversity of climates ranging from very hot in the lowlands to very cool up in the Andes, it's possible to cultivate year-round all kinds of crops, fruits, and flowers. Colombia has a unique biodiversity. It is the first country in the world in vertebrate species, with 3,376 yet known. It is also the #1 in variety of birds, with 1,883 different species. Colombia is second, after Brazil, in number of vegetable species, with 51,220, some of which are unique to this country, like this protected tree called Palma de Cera, or wax palm. It grows in the mountains above 3,000 meters. It reaches up to 60 meters, and its life average is 100 years. There is a strong movement in favor of a sustainable development, which is also included in the Colombian Constitution. Green movements are increasing and becoming very influential. The new Green Party got 30% of the votes in the recent election under the flag of promoting nature, education, respect for life, and honesty. Colombian population is estimated in 45.5 million people, some of whom are well-known writers, researchers, artists, or celebrities. The Colombian population is an extensive mixture of white, Indian, and black races. Some consider Colombia to be one of the most racially mixed countries in the Americas. Population is young. More than 30% are under 15, compared to just 5% age 65 and over. The Colombian Constitution acknowledges three visible minorities: native indigenous peoples, who are 3%, Afro-Colombian communities, 11%, and Romi or Gypsy communities, 0.1%. While most of the population lives in the Andean and Caribbean regions, the rest of the country is relatively uninhabited. Eastern lowlands, comprising more than half the Colombian area, have less than 3% of its population. The reason is that since the conquest and colonization of the country, people looked for the mild climates of the Andes instead of the hot and healthy lowlands. Due to rural violence and land concentration, Colombia has become an urban country with 30 cities above 100,000 people. In 1950, Colombian population was 70% rural and 30% urban. Today, only 30% live in the rural areas and 70% in the cities. The population of the capital, Bogotá, has increased from just over 500,000 in 1950 to approximately 8 million today. Other growing cities over 1 million people are Medellín, the most industrial area in the country, Cali, the center of the biggest agro-industrial region, Barranquilla, the main harbor on the Caribbean Sea, and Cartagena, the most important touristic and historical center on the Caribbean.